Hi guys, welcome back, and in today's video we'll be discussing two companies. One is Macforce and the other one is Garver High-Tech Films. Okay, so first let us start with Macforce. By the way, for both of these videos, if you want to understand the business model in depth and what these companies are doing and what is the exact revenue bifurcation and so forth, you can always refer to the business analysis playlist in my YouTube channel and you'll find the complete business model over there. Okay, and here I will try to explain it in the most easiest way in like a couple of minutes because it's an update, and if I start to explain the in-depth in business model, then it will take for forever it might take. Anyways, so first of all, let's talk about Macforce, which is also called as Robo. Now if you look at this company, the business model is very simple. They basically are like Amazon of the electronic supplying goods. Okay, now when I talk about electronic supplying goods, you might want, let's say, whatever the parts that goes inside making a drone, or maybe some other gadget, maybe something like a robot, whatever the parts that go inside to make those gadgets, whether it is robots or drones or etc. These people supply that part. Okay, so they have their own brand also, but majority as of right now, they do a lot of selling third party brands. Now why they are doing this is because all of these the parts that go inside making these robots and drones and other gadgets that are there, if you look at the earlier, you had to import them. And when while you're importing them, of course there is this a long gestation period. The delivery time is too much and you have to deal with the entire customs and import duty and all of those things, so that becomes an hassle. And the second hassle is, let's say if you're making a robot, you would probably need only one part. Let's say आपको एक battery चाहिए, just an example, you probably need only one unit. Okay, but since these are very specialized products, you'll have to buy it in a pack. So probably for a student who wants to build probably just a robot and would need only one unit of a certain machine or a part, it becomes very difficult for that person. So that is where Macforce comes. So basically throughout India, what they do is they supply this different kinds of electronic goods. Either you have a relationship manager that does it for you, or you can also buy it from their online platform, which is called robo.in, either on their website or on their app. Okay, so if you look at the revenue bifurcation, you can see that B2B, that is the representative they go to, like, let's say for a college like IIT, they make contacts over there and they start selling to them in bulk, right, for all their college needs and everything. So different types. So this is called as B2B, where it is around 55 to 60% comes from this business, around 7 to 10% comes from the government, and the rest that is there comes from the B2C, that is your online platform. They also have their own brands such as Easy Mech, where they itself design the prototype, and it's their brand, khud ka brand hai. But having said that, it is not that big part of a revenue. Still the majority part of the revenue is selling third party brands to various, either to a B2B or a B2C. Okay, so now this is Robo, and one thing about Robo is, if you had looked through their FY24 and the entire year that has been there, they've always been very consistent. Whatever they told, they've really done that, in spite of the semiconductor shortage that happened. A little bit margin was affected in Q3 FY24 because of that, but again in Q4 they bounced back. And in Q4 also, whatever they had told earlier, like hum H2 mein itna karenge, they had a target of achieving 120 crores in revenue and they achieved 126 crores. They're, like I told you, because of the semiconductor shortage, the margins had fallen. The PAT margins had fallen to, I think, 6%, and they got it back to around 8 to 10%, and also overall a great company. And the Q1 result is also a very very good testament for the same only. If you look at the Q1 result, Q1 ka result ka agar main baat karu, so the revenue, the sales growth that is there has grown 119%. So from last last Q1 to this Q1, the growth has been 119%. And similarly the PAT has done to like literally 3x, because PAT went from 1 crore in the last Q1 to 4 crore in this quarter. So overall a good show of numbers. Okay, not just that, they did a QIP in between Q4 to Q1, I think, in that time, and they raised around 25 crores in QIP. And this is mainly, they have two things over here for during this QIP. That is, see, now that they're like basically, like I told you, Amazon of your electronic goods, electronic parts that they have to supply. Now you do not know as to, like, which, let's say if you're a customer, I am a businessman and I don't know what part the customer will order. Now, yeah, mota moti I can do the analytics and know, but ultimately it is better not to have as many SKUs as possible, different kinds of parts. So one is using this capital to increase the number of SKUs, and the second part of this will be to solidify, of course, I mean gain market share by doing so. So this is why they raise the capital, and we will see how it goes. Okay, other than that, in the con call they haven't done, but I think they do con call every half yearly, like H1 and H2, that is by the end of Q2 and Q4. Similarly, right now they have a new plan. So earlier in Robo 1.2, the plan was, the strategy was, we will develop more products, get more products, make sure that we have really good delivery time, just be like because international से अगर आप करते हो तो 15 से 30 दिन लगता है, and try to get the delivery time to like from because you're doing domestic right now, as less delivery time, get the logistics improved, get the IT infrastructure really well because you're ordering to the website or app. This was Robo 1.2, and that is what exactly they've done. In Robo 2.2, keeping the same framework in mind, they also want to focus a lot on R&D and developing their own products. So let us see how this goes. So just the last thing in terms of guidance and what you can expect from this company, and what does it look like going forward. If you look at the the commentary, I think in last FY24, that is year in Q4 May, they told they want to maintain the same growth rate, and Robo has been growing at 40 to 50% ka growth rate as usual. So if you compare on an FY24 ka base, I think because FY24 was 125 crores, so on top of that I'm going to be conservative and see, because they told I'm going to take the lower end, because they told they'll do 40 to 50% of the growth. So taking 40% ka growth target, that takes up to around 175 crores in revenue. That is what you can expect over here. And talking about, let's say, because your PAT margin can range anywhere between 8 to 10%, I'm going to take, let's say, an 8% PAT margin, and by taking that 175 crores in revenue, you get the PAT, and the PAT should be around 14 crores. And if they are going to do the 10% in PAT margins by the year end, then the PAT will be around 17.5 crores by the end of the year. So this is roughly where we should be seeing at the end of the year. They should be doing around 175 crores in revenue and around 14 to 17 crores, 17.5 crores in terms of PAT. That is the numbers that you can estimate, and hopefully going forward in Q2, Q3 and Q4, we see them going exactly on track to achieve these numbers, and hopefully the revenues that, or the sales growth that they do, or the earnings growth is there, the momentum continues like they have done in Q1, right? So that's that about Macforce. Now let us talk about Garware High-Tech Films. Okay, again a very interesting company, that has really turned the tides, especially since the last 3 quarters. Very good show of performance, especially in this industry. If you see, there's a lot of problems, but let me just start with Garware High-Tech Films. What is the business model like? So if you look at Garware High-Tech Films, like the name itself tells, they do films. Now what exactly films? Films का मतलब movies नहीं है. You would have seen they do a lot of these films like sun protection film, paint protection film and all. Again, I've covered this business also in detail. There's a separate video. Just watch that to get a complete detail. Like शायद आपको like pictorial presentation चाहिए to understand it. I've done that by sharing the PPT for both of these businesses. You can go and watch that. Now talking about Garware High-Tech Films, like I told you, ये लोग different kinds का film बनता है. Now when I talk about sun protection film का मतलब क्या है? You would have seen ना कि like अगर आप गाड़ी में, because sun का rays ज़्यादा होते हैं, you put this tint, एक black color का एक tint डालते हो अपना गाड़ी में. That is called a sun protection film. Paint protection film क्या होता है? You would have seen, a lot of times you might not like the color of the car, or so you might want to change the color of the car. So you would have seen in this garage, you would have seen this ASMR videos where they change, वो एक film लगाता है, you would I don't know if you're guys, I think you would be into watching those ASMR videos, and you usually put this film on top of your car. Most people do that, so that also it can be resistance towards any scratches, any kind of tears, right? So the people do that. So that is called as paint protection film. And the other thing they have is architecture film. Architecture film का मतलब you would have seen ना आपका windows में, I do not know if in today's buildings का windows अगर होता है, but you would see in windows like एक design बन के रहता है, like लाइक आई टोल्ड यू, जस्ट वॉच माई प्रीवियस वीडियो इफ यू वांट अ पिक्टोरियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन. एक विंडो में थोड़ा हेज बन के एक डिफरेंट काइंड कुड बी सम डिजाइंस ऑन द विंडो और कुड बी सम टेक्सचर ऑन द विंडो. विंडो का ग्लास के ऊपर होता है ना, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस क्या होता है, देर इज नो ट्रांसपेरेंसी. यू कांट सी फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड, यू कांट सी वॉट इज हैपनिंग ऑन द इनसाइड, राइट, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट that texture on that window. So this is called as architecture protection film. And the last one, they do a lot of industrial towards the industrial, those kind of film. You would have seen on this Coca-Cola ka bottle mein, that wrapper that goes around, which is in which Coca-Cola is written. These are called as shrinkage films. They do that. And agar aapne kabhi bhi Greek yogurt kaya hai, the cup in which the Greek yogurt comes, those are also kind of films, right? So these are the different types of films they do. Now if you broadly divide their entire business model, it can be divided into two things: consumer product, and the other one is an industrial product. Okay, so talking about this now, when you look at Garver High-Tech Film, what is really, why am I really, I think, raving about this business? Yeah, just a second. You have two things. One is the consumer product division and the industrial product division. अगर आप consumer product division में देखते हो, वही sun protection film, आपका paint protection film, आपका architecture solar control film, ये तीनों आता है. अगर आप इंडस्ट्री में देखते हो, वो श्रिंकेज फिल्म, जैसे मैंने बोला, वो कोका कोला के ऊपर जो डालते हो, आप ग्रीक योगर्ट कप बनाते हो, ऑल दीज आर योर श्रिंकेज इंडस्ट्रियल फिल्म्स. Now if you look over the years, what this Garver High-Tech Film has done is, what they have done is, there are two things that they have done. One is gone from a commodity product to a providing a value added product. Earlier they were doing a film, just ऐसे ही फिल्म बना रहे थे जिसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं था, एंड इसके वजह से क्या होता, लॉट ऑफ कॉम्पिटिशन, लोअर मार्जिन, दैट इज वाई यू विल सी उनका सेल्स ग्रोथ कुछ खास नहीं था. देन दे स्टार्टेड मूविंग टुवर्ड्स मोर वैल्यू एडेड प्रोडक्ट्स. ठीक है, दैट इज वन थिंग. लाइक आई टोल्ड यू, सन प्रोटेक्शन फिल्म, पेन प्रोटेक्शन फिल्म, इसमें उसका ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंक्रीमेंटल, दे स्टार्टेड पुशिंग देयर रेवेन्यू ओवर देयर. दैट इज वन ऑफ द रीजन यू सी सच अ गुड काइंड ऑफ ग्रोथ ओवर हियर, राइट. एज ऑफ Q1 FY25 अगर आप देखते हो, उनका जो कंज्यूमर प्रोडक्ट डिविजन है, विच इज द सन, पेंट एंड आपका आर्किटेक्चरल वो प्रोटेक्शन फिल्म है, इट इज 67%. एंड द सेम टाइम लास्ट क्वार्टर इन दी अदर लास्ट Q1 इट यूज टू बी 55%. सो यू कैन सी लिटरली देर इज अ शिफ्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ वैल्यू एडेड प्रोडक्ट्स में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जा रहे हैं, एंड इसके वजह से ही यू विल सी दैट द रिजल्ट ऑल्सो हैज़ बीन एग्जैक्टली लाइक दैट. वेरी वेरी गुड सेट ऑफ नंबर्स. अगेन अगर आप ईयर ऑन ईयर देखते हो, तो ऑन इन टर्म्स ऑफ ईयर ऑन ईयर, फ्रॉम लास्ट Q1 to this Q1, you would see the growth is 25%. ठीक है. And the other thing is in terms of PAT has grown by a whooping, PAT has grown by 102%. And आपका EBITDA margin also has improved by, it used to be around 19.2 and now it is around 27.4, right? So overall a great set of numbers you can tell in terms of EBITDA margins, in terms of PAT margins B has improved from 11.5% to 18.6%. So I have my notes over here, I'm reading from that. So overall a good fabulous set of numbers. ठीक है. Now other reason, along with this shift from normal commoditized film to value added products that they've got, there is another interesting thing that happened this quarter. If you look at their business model, you will see that Q1 is generally a very good season for them. या आप बोल सकते हो seasonally strong quarter है, क्योंकि Q1 में का मंथ से अप्रैल में जून, एंड अप्रैल में तो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा गर्मी होता है, एंड एज अ रिजल्ट वेन एवर यू गो आउट यू वुड वांट दैट फिल्म ऑन योर कार्स ना. सो वो सन प्रोटेक्शन फिल्म का जो वो पार्ट ऑफ द रेवेन्यू दैट इज देयर, यू विल ऑलवेज see a high soaring in terms of revenue because of this one reason. That is there. Okay, now in spite of keeping the seasonality aside, in spite of that, you're seeing a very whooping 25% growth. This is kind of a shocker because a lot of people who are in this segment, and if you see the international markets for this segment, they're seeing a recession, they're seeing a slowdown in this, and these are the people who are performing really well. Not just that, they are also into export, a lot of export, and you all know, right, logistics ka itna issue hai abhi because of that Israel-Hamas war. In spite of that, for them to be clocking this kind of 25% का growth, really great. Okay, other than that, if you look उनका capex जो है, capex भी एक हो रहा है. They're putting up एक वो paint protection film के लिए right now the capacity is overdone, right? Like they do not have any more capacity to cater to the demand. As a result, they're putting up another new line, and this is going to cost them around 125 crores, and it should be done by the second quarter, Q2 of FY26. It should be done. So this will also add on to that. And one interesting thing about here is whatever the line that is used to make paint protection film, it can be used to make sun वो सन सोलार प्रोटेक्शन फिल्म, सन का भी जो फिल्म बनता है, दैट ऑल्सो दे कैन यूज एंड इट कैन बी इंटरचेंज. सो टुमारो लेट्स से आगे जाके पेंट प्रोटेक्शन फिल्म का शायद ये डिमांड ना रहे, देन दे कैन ऑलवेज स्विच बैक, चेंज द line and start producing this also. So overall, not just a seasonality factor. If you look just to combine everything, there was a seasonality factor one. Then if you look at it, in spite of everybody in this industry not doing really that great, these people have been soaring in terms of all of the parameters if you see, and all of their different divisions that are there, whether it is sun protection film, paint protection film, architectural, everything has been performing really well. Like I told you, sun protection film में because of गर्मी के वजह से sales high हुआ है, paint protection film में भी generally that it has been a very good quarter for them, and architecture maybe because you're seeing right now that real estate is at boom and everybody who are a proxy to that real estate is really doing well, because अगर real estate बन रहा है वहाँ पे तो खिड़कियाँ होगी ना, तो of course खिड़कियाँ में अभी तो ये सब जाता ही है. So all of it because of this. Another interesting thing about this solar protection film is, another interesting thing that is happening over here is, as you know, because of that, that Nirbhaya case that happened in Delhi, I think 10 years ago, right? I do not remember the timeline, but when that happened, there was this rule that came that you can no longer put a film on your car, right? Like if they see you, I think even today, if they see, they fine you for that, right? And recently government has come up with a new rule that you can have the film, but it is supposed to be in a certain range. I do not remember the exact range, some 50 to 80, but in the sense कि like you tell ना, ये film जो होता है उसमें भी बहुत सारे range होते हैं. Could be little bit transparent, too transparent, and sometimes it's extremely dark that you can't even see who's on the inside, right? वो extremely dark जैसा आप अपने windows पे डालते हो आपका कार का windows में. So I think now the government has changed the rules a little bit. You can put a film, but it has to be of a certain of a certain level thickness where you can protect yourself from the sun, but also it has to be visible for the person who is from the outside actually know what is happening inside the car, right? And because of this also you're seeing again this sun protection film ka sales आगे भी बढ़ने वाला है, and it is not just a seasonality factor, right? Because of this new change in rule that has happened by the government. So overall, good con call, great, nothing to worry about over here. Just the last thing in terms of guidance in terms of Garver High Tech Film. Last time I think they did around 1,677 crores, and for the last 2 years they've been telling that like हम लोग not 2 years, sorry, going forward for the next 2 years they want to maintain a 25% CAGR in terms of their sales growth. So they're targeting that इस साल हम लोग they will end it with 2,000 crore in revenue, and going forward in FY26, right, they want to do around 2,500 crore in revenue. Okay, so अगर हम अभी इस साल का अगर आप देखते हो 2,000 करोड़ का revenue है, and they're quite in track because Q1 का अगर आप देखते हो Q1 has been around 474 crores in terms of revenue. So overall very well, and of course right, H2 is a better season also for these kind of companies, but overall good show of numbers. It seems like they're on track, and hopefully we get to see this also. I'll just give you a little bit of valuation ka exercise over here, and so it will be better. Okay, now generally if you see the PAT margin for this company, if you look at FY24, it has been around 11%. Now this time we've had a very harsh summer, इसके वजह से सन प्रोटेक्शन का फिल्म बढ़ गया, and like I told you, seasonality का भी impact है, and because of this we are seeing PAT margin is around 18.6. So the lowest of the PAT margin is 11 and the highest is 18.6. That is your PAT margin का width. Now what is PAT margin का formula? PAT margin is nothing but a net profit divided by sale. So the PAT margin can lie between 11 to 18.6, and the sales is around 2,000 crore. So you multiply 11, which is 11 by 100 is 0.11 into the sales. If you multiply, you get the PAT. If it is a 11% ka PAT, you get the PAT to be around 220 crore, and if it is an 18.6% of PAT margin that they maintain, then it is around 372 crores. So roughly from this year to next year, right, from FY24 to FY25, for the full year, FY24 ka revenue था 1,677 crore, and FY24 का PAT था 203 करोड़, या 203 करोड़ का PAT. Now FY25 is going to be 2,000 crore in revenue, and PAT can range anywhere between 220 crore to 372 crores based on the PAT margin, if it can be 11% or 18%. Now if you look at it, the revenue growth, the sales growth on a year-on-year basis can be 20%, 19 to 20%, and the PAT growth can be anywhere between 8.3 to 83%. So only thing over here is, if the PAT margin doesn't improve from the 11% range that is there, it will be very difficult to get operating leverage leverage over here. So hopefully, you know, they're able to increase the PAT margin. So we see a bit of operating leverage. Other than that, in terms of valuation, if I tell you, like I told you, right, 11% उन्होंने PAT margin किया, तो the PAT for FY25, just a second, there's a vehicle that's, yeah, anyways, if they do 11% PAT margin, the PAT will be 220 crores, and if they do 18.6% ka PAT margin as of Q1, if they continue this PAT margin, it will be 372 crores. So taking the market cap of this company is 7,623. So divided by the PAT 1 year valuation can be anywhere between 20 to, where is a 1xp? Yeah, 1 year valuation could be somewhere between 20 to 34, in this range, right? And it's up to you to infer whether you find this business, you're getting a 20% ka growth engine between 20 to 34 ka P. How do you view this? Would you find it expensive or cheap? I think if it falls at 20p, considering that they do 372 crores in PAT, then I would think it is reasonable, because you're literally getting it at what? At 20% का growth engine आपको 20p में मिल रहा है. Literally, I don't think it's a good deal. But if it is not, then it becomes a bit expensive, and the performance, you know, everything depends on the earnings. So hopefully we get to see is, you know, the entire, what we get to see is the company goes forward and does what they've told. They walk the talk, and the guidance to achieve 2,000 crore in revenue is achieved, and also we see an increase in PAT margin. So we can hopefully see an operating leverage by the end of this year. My only concern is that because if the PAT margin doesn't increase from 11% of FY24, then it could be difficult to get an operating leverage over here. That is my only bit concern, right? Other than that, the demand is great. Other than that, you can see every literally capex is happening. All of their subdivisions are performing well, and the demand is very strong. They kept telling like, you know, they do not see any kind of headwinds in terms of demand, and they're very confident. And literally the words we used to, you know, that they're quite confident of achieving that 2,000 crores in this year and 2,500 crores in the coming forward year, right? So that's it about these two businesses. I'll see you again in another video. Bye.